EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Set up. 70 Lions.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Go, Reed. Go. Hey, smash Bronco. 79 Bronco. That's 19.
He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing right away, it's May. That's caught downfield by Diggs. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Out of the gun, here's May. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver.
The ball's out. The Broncos have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I really like this defensive play call. Knowing the offense is backed up on their own territory, take the fight to them. You know their first order of business is they're just trying to get some breathing room. Don't give it to them. Go attack. It's exactly what they were able to do, and that hit is what ultimately led to that incompletion.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And the defense thinking they have the safety here, but the spot is just outside the goal line. Good play, but no 2 points.
The first goal of backed-up offense, Mike, is to at least get the ball out enough that your long snapper and punter can operate at the standard depth. They're forcing a third down here, Mike, so they got to figure out what's our best way to pick up enough yards that even if we don't keep the drive alive, my punter can stand and not be under his own goalpost.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, here's May. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. Working out of the gun. It's May. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
So after that turnover on the opening drive, the last thing you'd want to do here, Mike, is go back on the field and just go 3 and out. So they pick up a first down. They're able to extend this possession. It's going to go a long way towards just settling everybody in that offensive huddle down and letting the rest of this game unfold.
Quick throw, taken in. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Patriots. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown.
Next to score, Patriots 7, Broncos
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set. 70 Timberwolves. Street. 18 Raptor, 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. 19, pioneer.
To throw now, May. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw is May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, New England.
Ready? Come on. Set.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They'll send their tight end left. Throwing on second down. May. Going up top. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his second touchdown here in week 1. No problem there on the extra point. And the Patriots will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's go. Trap 80.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. A gain there of 17. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Now a give on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7.
Right there, hurt. Say, hurt. Alert. Freeze.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Here we go. Hurt.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move.
19 tight. Trap 60. Check, Bobcat. Check, go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Throwing is May. A pass taken in by Johnson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd down and 3. And in motion, it's Diggs. May to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll air one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
3rd and short. And here is May. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Okay, break. Ready. Lightning 18. Hut.
Handoff here, up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They send Sutton in motion.
7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Let's go. 19 Lions. Check smash. 70 Ranger.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Here we go, shot. Warrior 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Got it. Ready.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go. 69. Track it, 60. Let go.
Throwing now is May. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 36 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 14. And a Patriot first down.
Ready. Cut 19. Cut 19. 79 Broncos.
Tight end going in motion here. May now on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
He pulls it in around the 5. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Complete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move, putting the tight end in motion. Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. They send Sutton in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. The dangers of throwing when you are backed up. Quarterback trying to keep it alive and make a play. Instead, they bring him down, and it'll cost them 2 points.
I understand what the quarterback's trying to do here, Mike. He's trying to keep the play alive and buy some time for his receivers to work to get open. But backed up this close to his end zone, he's got to get rid of that ball because, as we just saw, the defense took him down for 2 points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's May. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
New England going to take their 2nd timeout. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, New England.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. May to the air once more. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. To return, it's Mims. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Ready up.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Check, check. Ready, ready. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Trap 60, trap 60. Curve 19, curve 19. Take go.
Off play action. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
An 8-yard loss.
The Broncos bringing out their punter.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Gun.
Man in motion, it's Diggs.
Hey, can't. Wait, hot.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught downfield by Diggs. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Zebra.
Play action now. It's Cousins. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13.
Shut up. Check. Hurt. 79 Broncos.
Now, faking the give. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the 1st half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the 2nd half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
3rd and long.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Hey, check that. Street. Go.
Back to throw. Again, working deep downfield. That is caught. What a throw. Bryce Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos are back within 6. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun. It's May. Quick throw here is complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And in motion, it's Diggs. 3rd and short. And here is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And the Patriots ready to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. They need one right now. 3rd and long.
18 rattle. No street.
They send Sutton in motion.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Go trap. Go trap.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
60 by 6.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right hand.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Matthew Judah in there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is May. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to get the football at their own 40.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
18 Cardinal, 18 come Dragon, 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60. Take go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Patriots. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. The extra point is good. And the Pats will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here is 1st and 10.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60.
This drive will start on the ground. Oh, yeah. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Viking 18. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready? Buffalo 18. Let go.
Throwing is May. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
On 2nd down, it's May. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
That is fielded at the 13. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
18 rattle. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set. 18, Pioneer.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Go.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.